Okay, so we're going to calculate kinetic energy, and the equation for kinetic energy is kinetic energy equals 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. So the first problem says determine the kinetic energy of a volleyball with a mass of 2.1 kilograms and a speed of 30 meters per second. So we're going to say kinetic energy equals 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. So that's going to be 1/2 times the mass, which is 2.1 kilograms, times velocity squared, which is 30 meters per second squared. Now, order of operations says we must do this one first. So 30 times 30 gives us 900 meters per second squared. So that's the velocity. And then we say 1/2 times 2.1 kilograms. Okay, so we'll multiply 1/2 times 2.1 times 900 meters per second squared, and we'll get the kinetic energy is equal to 945 kilograms times meters per second squared, or 945 joules. Okay, so let's look at another example. The next one reads that we want to determine the kinetic energy of a car that is traveling with a velocity of 40 meters per second and a mass of 1,120 kilograms. So again, kinetic energy equals 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. So that's going to be 1/2 times a mass of 1,120 kilograms times 40 meters per second squared. So 40 meters per second squared, we have to do that one first. That's going to give us 1,600 meters per second squared. Meters per second squared, there you go, times 1,120 kilograms. Okay, so we'll multiply this in our calculator. 1/2 times 1,120 times 1,600, and we get 896,000 kilograms times meters per second squared, or 896,000 joules. Okay, let's do one more example of kinetic. So this one we're going to determine the kinetic energy of a 1,000 kilogram roller coaster car that is moving with a speed or velocity of 20 meters per second. So KE is going to equal 1/2 times 1,000 kilograms times 20 meters per second squared. So that's going to give us 400 meters per second squared, and then times 1,000 kilograms, and then 1/2. So we'll multiply this, and we'll say 1/2 times 1,000 times 400 will give us 200,000 kilograms times meters per second squared, or 200,000 joules. All right, so you have a practice page for kinetic energy. Go ahead and either print that out and do the problems on the worksheet, or just do it on notebook paper. Either way is fine. And when you finish, take a picture of your work and upload it to the assignment in Google Classroom. Let us know if you have any questions.